Welcome to another American River College Athletics broadcast brought to you by Stones Radio Networks. Coming to you live from beautiful campus of American River College in Sacramento, California. Today's game is sponsored by United Rentals, Ace Body and Towing, the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, Grateful Bread, Super Taco, and Taylor Builders. To get you ready for today's matchup, let's send it up to the booth to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe, to bring you all of today's action.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and it's a nice afternoon here at Becky Russ Field on the campus of American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. We've got softball action for you here. The American River College Beavers at 6-5 on the season, hosting the Yuba College 49ers, who come in 3-3. Just a single game here today between the 49ers and the Beavers. Matt Pearson, the PA voice of your American River College Athletics, is announcing the lineup defensive alignment of the Beavers as they run onto the field. Brea Romero will be on the mound again for the Beavers. She is 6-2 on the season. ERA 1.87, 42 strikeouts, and 17 walks in 60 innings. Pretty much the backbone, I think you could say, of the American River College pitching staff. Is the Beavers 6-5 on the season, 6-3 actually in on-field action. They lost the first two games of the year, forfeiting a two-game series to West Valley when they just didn't have enough players, and you can't really do much about that. But since then, they've split three doubleheaders and then swept Shasta and got a big win over College of the Redwoods in a 5-inning affair. It just concluded. You can watch it on Stones Radio Networks or ARC Athletics YouTube. You want to catch up on any of these games, and they've been fantastic games, especially the doubleheader against Cabrillo College was fantastic. Comes down to the last pitch in the second game. You want to check those out. Go on anytime and check them out on ARC Athletics YouTube or Stones Radio Networks YouTube. And also, if you like, you can put the like button on those. You can subscribe, which I would really advise so you never miss a game. Also, there's a like button. Oh, there's a ladybug in the booth. And on Stones McCoy, who seems to think he's never seen a ladybug before in his life. I was just about to say, if you see one of those, this comes in handy right now because, you see the like button, you want to go ahead and hit that. If you see the it's okay button, go ahead and hit that too. Or maybe they need work, definitely hit that button. Or why do we care about a ladybug? Hit that button as well. So there's a lot of options for you when you check out the games. Brea Romero finishing up her warm-up tosses, and we'll look at the offensive lineup for the Yuba College 49ers, 3-3 on the season. They have played some Big 8 conference competition. They swept a pair at Folsom Lake College and lost a pair of close ones to Santa Rosa Junior College. Let's take a look at that lineup. Faith Epperson leading off in center field. And Alyssa Pope, the second baseman. Jersey Brown bats third. She plays shortstop. Aaliyah Tinoco, the third baseman in the cleanup spot. Liberty Quillen, the catcher, hitting fifth. Harmony Balkas at first base. Alexis Vega in left field. Haley Green in right. And Eve Neal is your designated player for the 49ers. Cheyenne Lamar on the mound for Yuba. The first pitch of this very sunny afternoon is right down the middle, strike to Faith Epperson, who's been very impressive so far out of Live Oak High School. 500 batting average on the season. She's a sophomore. She scored 11 runs. She stole 12 bases and driven in 3. So she's been very effective so far for the Yuba College 49ers, and she fouls that one back to the screen. 0-2, Mackenzie Smith behind the plate. We'll go over the defensive alignment in just a minute here for the Beavers. And then we already have the first base umpire. We're going to take a look at it now here as we have the umpire talking to Brea Romero. Defensively, Elizabeth Popick in left, Alexa Garcia in center. Riley Meyer is out in right. At first base, Madison Demon. Kayla Adams at second, Savannah Haynes at short, and Bella Garcia down at third. Mackenzie Smith is behind the plate, and Brea Romero is on the mound. We've had a couple of times we've had some illegal pitch situations here, but this is very quick, and it's never really, I don't think, been on Brea Romero. We had it with the opposition. Actually threw one of the pitchers, I think, from Shasta off of her game a little bit. Here's the pitch. It misses somewhere, so it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, because I think that was Redwood's pitcher. Since Shasta was a road game, that would be kind of hard for us to comment on that. But that's okay because there's a ladybug in the booth and everything is just off kilter here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes. Oh, actually, I got excited as I always do for no reason. We must have had an illegal pitch earlier in the we had an illegal pitch earlier in the count, so it is now 2 balls and 2 strikes, and that's what the conversation was about. If I had my on-field reporter, I would have known that. That one is in there, called strike 3. So it took a little while, and I don't think Faith agrees with the call, but the strikeout recorded by Bree Romero, her 43rd strikeout of the season. That'll bring up Alyssa Pope. Alyssa at second base here today. Alyssa from Yuba City High School, batting .261 so far in the 6 games for the 49ers. 5 runs scored, 4 runs driven in for Alyssa. She pops that one up right side, trying to get out of here. Will be on top of the dugout. Foul ball, 0-1. Romero, as we said, 6-2, 1.87 ERA. 43 strikeouts now against 17 base on balls. Lets that one go down a little bit low. Evens the count 1-1 on Alyssa Pope. On deck is Jersey Brown, who also has had a hot start to the season. She's batting 500 with 7 runs scored and 4 runs batted in. So a couple of big hitters for the 49ers in the first 3 in the order. A couple of 500 hitters. That one popped up on the infield, called by the third baseman. That is Garcia, and Bella will put it away for the second out. So 2 down. That brings us to Jersey Brown, wearing number 13 out of East Nicholas High School. A bunch of the players here on Yuba College from East Nicholas. Left-hand hitting shortstop. 12 for 24 so far on the 2024 campaign. Lets that one go in there for a strike, 0-1. Brian Siva, the head coach for Yuba College. Carly Coughlin and Robert Johnson assisting Brian. Lisa Delgado, of course, running the show for the Beavers from the third base dugout. Took something off that one, and it's a ball too low. Now they're going to ask first base, and he said, nah. He said, nah. You like to make the base umpire's first call of the day an easy one, though. So you hang out, nah, I'm into the game now. Evens up the count 1-1 on Brown. If she reaches base, Leah Tinoco. That one's off speed. Waited on that one a little bit too long. Hit it down the third baseline, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kind of a poor arm over there from the dugout area. Overthrew Bree Romero by, I would say, 4 feet. I mean, everybody has to warm up before the game, and I got to include coaches in that. Outfield is straight away, pretty deep for Jersey Brown. Whatever 145 is, that's what's coming, and nobody made any effort to hide that. There's a line drive in the left center field. Garcia on her horse. She dives. She can't get it. Nice backup out there, though, by Popick, and left field's going to hold Jersey Brown to a single. Hit that ball hard, and as a left-hander tailing away from Alexa Garcia, she made the dive right off the tip of her glove, it looked like. So the first hit of the game was a line drive single by Jersey Brown. Here's Leah Tinoco. 455 for Leah. She does have a pair of home runs and has driven in 9 runs. Out of East Nicholas High School as well. The freshman takes outside. 1-0 with Brown at first. 2 outs here, top of the first. Cloudy day, but a very pleasant afternoon here. That one's hit well to left. Popick right there, though, makes the catch for the third out. So Tinoco hit it well right at Elizabeth Popick in left field. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first.
River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Told Rick, I said, this is the guy that's going to lead us out of the...
He can't even lead us out of the
He
parking
can't get
lot.
out of the parking lot.
So just moments ago, a rhubarb, a brouhaha between Mr. Reynolds, the great Jerry Reynolds, and the great Mr. Basketball.
Bottom of the first inning, Beavers coming up to bat. Let's look at their offensive lineman for the Beavers. Bella Garcia will lead us off, then Alexa Garcia batting second. Mackenzie Smith has moved up to the third spot in the order. Kayla Adams in the cleanup spot, then Riley Meyer and Savannah Haynes. Faith Waltrip batting seventh. Elizabeth Popick, the left fielder, hits eighth, and Madison Demon, the first baseman, will bat ninth. And here is Bella Garcia hitting at .515 on the season with 9 runs scored and 4 runs driven in. The sophomore from Rockland High School, followed by sister Alexa Garcia. 1 ball and no strikes. Beavers' next outing will be this weekend against Modesto Junior College right here at Becky Russ Field for a doubleheader starting at noon, and that is conference play already getting underway in the Big 8 Conference. We will be here bringing it to you. We'll start the first one. I think we'll be here about noon for the first one, and then the second one will be, whenever it happens, we'll be here. Wherever news breaks, that's where we are. The Stones Radio Network Action News Team. 2-0 to Bella. She lets that one go by a little bit high. She works the count to 3-0. So the Pirates come in on Saturday to start the conference season. Once it gets started, it just picks up speed. It's an avalanche to the end of to the end of April or whatever it is. I mean, it just picks up and goes crazy. Double headers here and there. It's crazy. It's nuts. That one is in there for a strike. Thanks to all the people that have checked out our softball offerings so far in the 2024 campaign. Real nice viewing numbers, people checking it out. We had some really, really good games already in the season, and looking forward to a lot of more of the same, especially as we get to Big 8 Conference action. 3-1 pitch. Garcia takes high, ball 4. So the leadoff hitter is on here in the bottom of the first against Cheyenne Lamar is the pitcher. Let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the 49ers. Vega is in left. Faith Epperson is in center. Then Haley Green in right field. At first base, Harmony Blackus. Alyssa Pope at second. Jersey Brown at short. Aaliyah Tinoco at third. Behind the plate, Liberty Quillen. And on the mound is Cheyenne Lamar. 2-1 on the season. 3.75 ERA. 18 2/3 innings. She has been plagued by 12 walks, make that 13 with Garcia. Alexa lifts that one foul out of play. So Cheyenne has put 13 runners on base here in 18 2/3 innings. She's facing Alexa Garcia, who's hitting .406, sophomore from Rockland, 4 home runs and 11 runs batted in. Takes that one a little bit outside. Quillen tries to smash it back in, but can't get the call. Outfield pretty deep in center and left. Medium deep in right for Alexa. Mackenzie Smith is on deck. She hits third for the Beavers. That one's hit high to left field and deep. Going back. I don't think there's a chance of that one. That one is out of here. Alexa Garcia, home run number 5, and the Beavers take an early lead. That's the third home run we've seen her hit. I don't know if that was the most impressive, but it was the highest and most majestic, although she's hit when they came down on the shed out in left field. That one might have been a little bit further. Left fielder Alexis Vega just took one look at that one and said, nope, not going to get that one. It's 2-0 Beavers. Number 5 for Alexis. She now has 13 runs batted in on the season. And if you're Bree Romero, that's how you like to see it happen in the bottom of the first inning. have your team put 2 up on the board before 1 is out. And here's Mackenzie Smith, who's batting .444 on the year. The freshman from Stagg High School started the season batting down in the order, and she's worked her way up to the 3 spot, 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. Lamar's first pitch is high and outside. It's a little bit shaken as Lamar walks Bella Garcia, and then Alexa comes in and just crushes one to left field, probably 25, 30 feet over that left field fence. And it's quickly 2-0 Beavers. Looking for their 7th win on the season, getting some momentum going into that season conference opening doubleheader. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Kayla Adams to follow. Lamar getting her pitch calls from the dugout as well. McKenzie takes outside. We've noted so far in the season that McKenzie is probably the most aggressive hitter that we've seen, and she's laid off 3 in a row. Worked the count to her favor, 3 balls and 1 strike. 3 balls and no strikes. Let's see if she has the green light. She does not. That one's right down the middle, 3-1. Ken Kanabe, Andy Smith, Thomas Lagabed, the assistant coaches for Lisa Delgado. 3 balls and 1 strike on Mackenzie Smith. Beavers lead at 2-0 on the home run by Alexa Garcia. Grounded out towards shortstop, picked up by Brown across the diamond and gets Smith by a step at first base. So good job by Cheyenne Lamar to come back and retire Mackenzie Smith on a grounder to Jersey Brown at short. 1 out, and Kayla Adams coming to the plate. The freshman from Rockland High batting at .344 with a home run and 9 runs batted in. Second on the team. Playing at second base. Beavers have moved their middle infielders around a lot this season. Bella Garcia has played short and third. Savannah Haynes has played second and short, and Adams has played third and second. She is at second base today. First pitch is hit high in the air and foul over toward the baseball field where the Beavers were warming up or were practicing a little while ago. They're back in action on Friday at 2 o'clock start right here at Beaver Stadium. They take on Yuba. Oh and 1 now on Kayla Adams. Took something off that one, couldn't get the strike zone, makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Beavers baseball team just lost, got swept by Butte in a 3-game series and lost by a total of 4 runs. So Coach Jay, I know, had to be grinding on that one. They are right there. That's outside for a ball. Getting a lot of good pitching performances from his team early in this season. And they, of course, Big 8 conference play in baseball, a daunting proposition for anybody. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kayla Adams. Riley Meyer on deck. Squirts went out into left center field. That one is down in front of the center fielder Epperson. Rounding first and looking at second longingly is Kayla Adams, but she'll take the single. Second hit in the inning and brings up Riley Meyer. Perfectly placed by Kayla Adams. Epperson thought about diving for it, and she pulled up. Probably a good idea. It was a little bit too far in front of her. And here's Riley Meyer. Riley, the freshman out of Casa Roble, hitting .407. She's driven in 5 runs for Lisa Delgado and the Beavers. And she has Adams over at first base, 1 out. 2 hits in the inning for the Beavers. That's hit out into right field, very short right field. It's going to drop in front of the right fielder for a base hit. Picked up out there by Green, and it's a perfectly placed single by Riley Meyer. Puts runners at first and second. Third hit of the inning, and Savannah Haynes coming up to the plate. Another freshman from Casserole. Savannah, .280 on the season, and has driven in a run. Up here in a good spot here as the Beavers try to break it open here in their last tune-up before conference play. Faith Waltrip is on deck. A liner to left center, and then a blooper to right field for the Beavers. That one is a little outside for a ball. Liberty Quillen behind the plate out of Marysville High School for the 49ers in this game. Tinoco coming in at third. That's lined down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. Savannah Haynes got all over that one, but she got all over it too quickly and couldn't keep it fair. And she'll get another shot, 1 ball and 1 strike. Beavers retired the Niners in the top of the first. A single hit. Jersey Brown had a single in that inning, but Tinoco flied out to left field to end the inning. Beavers with a Bella Garcia walk, then a 2-run home run by Alexa Garcia. And now singles by Adams and Meyer with 1 out. That's out of play to our right. So it's quickly 1-2 on Savannah. Faith Waltrip to follow. A little bit different crowd out here for this game, as if they're not all bundled up. This is the first time it doesn't look like the Alaskan League. There's actually some kind of like some sun. People are basking in patches of sun, we'll call it. That's in the dirt. That's a nice block by Quillen behind the plate, keeping the runners where they are. Evens the count at 2-2 on Savannah. That's down low again. Nice block, 3-2. 61 degrees and mostly sunny. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen that. You know what comes out now when the 61 degrees? Ladybugs come out. Yeah, crazy. Expected to, we're getting partly cloudy at 4, but I hope we can get this in. Yeah. I don't want to get a chill or anything, but full count pitch. Inside, nice take, ball 4. Good at bat by Savannah Haynes. She loads the bases. Second walk of the inning for Cheyenne Lamar and brings up Faith Waltrip, who just joined the team a couple games ago. She's just 1 for 4 on the season. And she's up here with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the first inning. Beavers have already scored twice to lead 2-0 on the Garcia home run. Meeting at the mound by the 49ers, and umpire says, okay, I'll let you meet, but then, then we got to break it up. So Faith 1 for 4 so far. She scored a couple of runs. Looking for her first RBI of the season. Good looking pitch in there, called strike 1. Faith hasn't been able to get on the game roster yet for the program, so I got to put her in there myself. Number 14 takes that one outside, 1-1. 3 hits, 2 walks in the inning so far. The only out, Mackenzie Smith grounding out to shortstop. Adams at third, Meyer at second, Haynes over at first. And Faith Waltrip at the plate. Elizabeth Popick, the number 8 hitter, on deck for ARC. Faith lines that one into center field. That gets down for a base hit. 1 run is in easily. They're going to hold everybody else station to station. It's a line drive single for Faith Waltrip. She is on the RBI board, and the Beavers now have a 3-0 lead as Adams comes across the plate. 4th hit of the inning for the Beavers. That brings up Elizabeth Popick, who's batting at .333. She has 5 runs batted in herself, and she scored 9. She was hitting in the number 2 spot, down in the number 8 spot today. She's followed by Madison Demon. But a solid single to center by Faith Waltrip. And the Beavers have 3 up on the board. Elizabeth lines one to a nice off the glove of the second baseman into center field. 1 run scores. Here comes the second. The throw to the plate is going to be too late. That's a 2-run single for Elizabeth Popick, and the Beavers have put 5 up on the board here in the bottom of the first. Meyer scores. Haynes comes all the way around. Stopping at second is Waltrip. Popick now with 7 runs batted in on the season. And brings up Madison Demon. We're going to have a meeting at the mound for the 49ers, and we'll step off for just a second. We're in the bottom of first. Beavers in the middle of an uprising. They lead at 5-0.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life.
Pitching change for the 49ers. Sam Flores coming in from River Valley High School, the sophomore. She's 1-1 on the season. This will be her 4th appearance. 5.07 ERA, struck out 7, and walked 3. So she comes on with the bases loaded, 1 out. Madison Demon coming to the plate. Madison 240 on the year, the freshman from Rio Americano. 4 runs batted in, looking to add to that total as the Beavers have put 5 up on the board. The first pitch is in there for a strike. At second base is Faith Waltrip, Elizabeth Popick, who delivered the 2-run single. She's over at first. Waltrip, RBI single of her own. And Demon with Bella Garcia, set to make her second appearance of the inning, on deck. That's lined right at the shortstop. Good play over to first base for the double play, but it gets away. And back safely is Popick. Line drive right to Brown. Jersey gunned it over to first, just a little bit too late.
Number 13, third baseman, Bella Garcia.
So here's Bella Garcia. She walked and scored to start off the bottom of the first. That might have been the hardest hit ball. Well, I think Alexa's home run was pretty hard hit, but Demon got all of that one, hit it right at Jersey Brown at shortstop. So Bella, with the .515 average, has scored her 10th run of the season already this inning. She's up here against Flores. Grounds it right back to Flores, over to first for the out. So Sam Flores comes in and does the job, gets 2 outs, but not before 5-run score. We go to the top of the second. Beavers leading it 5-0.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in town. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Fast flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bree Romero out on the mound for the Beavers. She is the beneficiary of 5 runs in the bottom of the first, so she carries that 5-0 lead against Liberty Quillen. And Harmony Balkus and Alexis Vega, the first 3 hitters for the 49ers. Liberty Quillen behind the plate, hitting .318. She's out of Marysville High as well. 3 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Takes a big swing at that one. And she is behind in the count 0-1, just a freshman. 3-3 on the season so far for Yuba College. They took 2 from Folsom Lake and dropped 2 to Santa Rosa, so they've been playing third Big 8 conference team that they will have faced here in the early going. That one's popped up right side out of play. So quickly 0-2 on Liberty Quillen. Beavers with 5 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the first. Line drive into left field, a base hit. That one was well up in the air, and Quillen went up and got it on an 0-2 pitch. Second hit of the game for Yuba, and it brings up Harmony Balkus. River Valley, out of River Valley, she's hitting at .368. 5 runs scored, a run driven in. Right-handed hitter against Romero with Quillen down at first base. That's right down the middle in there for a strike. 0-1. Alexis Vega on deck, the left fielder, number 7 hitter. Haley Green and Eve Neal rounding out the lineup offensively for Yuba. Took something off that one, hit slowly out to second, over to short for the force. Going to go back to first, but it's well too late, so it's a fielder's choice. And Adams got it to Haynes for the force out. Balkus will take over at first base with 1 out. It brings up Alexis Vega. The left fielder batting .333. East Nicholas High for Alexis Vega. Looking down at the third base coach to get some instructions with a runner at first base, but now 1 out. That one was hit very slowly out to Kayla Adams at second. That's fouled off. Looked like a hit and run situation because Balkus was taking off from first base on the swing. 0-1 on Vega. Bella Garcia over at third. Savannah Haynes is at short, and Kayla Adams at second with Madison Demon at first. Popick, Alexa Garcia, Meyer in the outfield. That's fouled back again. So the 49ers come up swinging, but now 0-2 on Vega. Kind of miss our rugby people out there over the right field fence getting ready for. That's definitely a weekend thing, though. I mean, they were out here hours ahead of time, putting up goalposts and everything. 0-2. Outside. Thinking about it, Mackenzie Smith thinking about throwing down to first behind the runner, Balkus, but thinks better of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Guy run strikes, and another bluff throw, but the bluff throw, the ball comes out of the hands of Smith, who kind of looks at her hand to blame it, which is what you should do in that situation. Vega's out on strikes, 2 out. Still at first is Balkus, but Haley Green coming up to the plate. Haley out of Marysville High, the freshman, playing out in right field today. She's batting .358. She scored 5 runs on the season. Watch that one. Did it hit the outside corner? Yes, it did. 0-1. Didn't get much of the plate, I will say that judiciously. It's that little corner, which is all you need to do to that little corner up there on the right side on the northeast side. That's hit out into left field. Poppett gives a step, but now she's right in her tracks to make the catch. So second straight inning ends with the fly ball to left field. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Beavers up on top.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't really
run away.
I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I'm not. I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that.
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
Alexa Garcia starts us off in the bottom of the second. Last time she was up, she hit it about 235 to left field, and the fence is 200, so you figure it out. And gave the Beavers a 2-0 early lead. They scored 5 in the first. She hits that one sharply. That was a fair ball down the third base line. She rounds first. Cutting it off is Vega. She's not going to have a chance. And Garcia motors into second base with a stand-up double. So she's 2 for 2. A home run and a double. And Mackenzie Smith comes to the plate.
The catcher, Mackenzie Smith.
Vega ran it down there in deep left field corner, but nothing she could do to keep Garcia from getting to second base. And here's Mackenzie Smith, who grounded a shorter first time. Mackenzie came in at 444. Alexa came in at 406, and she's 2 for 2 in this one. Sam Flores, the second pitcher for the 49ers, out on the mound, and she throws high. Cheyenne Lamar started. Lasted a third of an inning. Gave up 5 hits and the 5 runs. Flores came in, got a line out and a ground out. McKenzie going down to talk to the coach. McKenzie, a freshman from Stag High down in Stockton. And we've had this conversation, Stones, before. I thought they were the Hornets, or Yellow Jackets or something, but then you did some research and it didn't work out well for me. He lines that one, but that's foul. Right at the coach that she was just talking to. Interesting. Interesting. What would Freud say? Probably not. He doesn't know anything about baseball. 1-1 on Mackenzie Smith. He's probably more of a soccer guy. Yeah, Freud probably not as alert as he once was. He was a keen observer of human behavior for a while. Yeah. And popularized couches, which is great. That way is outside. That's a good idea for Naturewood Furnishings or somebody like that to get Freud to come back and do their spots for him. 2-1, probably not a good idea now that I think of it. Kayla Adams on deck to follow Mackenzie Smith. Inside for the ball, 3-1 on Smith. Looks down to the coach. The coach looks up to the scoreboard to see what the count is. I like that. It depends. That is important because I got to figure out what the count is so I can give her the right advice. Kenzie, pretty aggressive hitter, though. I don't think she needs too much advice. Maybe lay off the bad ones would be all I'd say to her. That's lined into center, a solid base hit. Gets out quickly to Epperson, but Garcia never stopped. She's going to score standing up, and it's an RBI single for Mackenzie Smith. Aggressive base running by Alexa Garcia. Smith picks up her 4th run batted in on a very well-hit base hit to center field. And the Beavers have their 6th run on the board, 7th hit. And here's Kayla Adams, who singled back in the first inning. Kayla out at second base today, the freshman out of Rockland High School. wearing number 21 for the Beavers. So I'd throw that in there. I don't, everybody can see that on the screen. Probably can see most of the stuff on the screen. I think I'll just sit back. Kayla chops that one foul. She's followed by Riley Meyer in the order for ARC today, looking for win number 7 of the campaign. We will be out here for their next outing. That is at noon against Modesto this Saturday, followed by the second game of that doubleheader. Usually about 30, 35 minutes after the first one's over. It's been my experience. That's hit high up in the air and well to center field. Epperson going back, still going back. It's over her head off the fence. Mackenzie Smith had to wait. She's going to make it around to third. Great job by Smith. Staying at first base is Adams with this long, very long single off the fence in center field. But Mackenzie Smith was halfway when the ball hit the fence. Epperson was right on it, and Mackenzie never stopped. She went over to third base. Second hit for Adams, and 8th hit in the game for the Beavers.
Batting for the Beavers, number 8, right fielder Riley.
Brings up Riley Meyer, who singled to right field her first time up. Activity for the 49ers. Still trying. We have the dugout right in our way. We're trying to find a number there. That is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Meyer. 407 for Riley. 5 runs batted in. She scored in the first inning after singling to right. 3 solid singles, or a double and 2 solid singles for the Beavers here in the bottom of the second. Coach Delgado has to like seeing the bats come alive in time for conference play. That's fouled back to the screen by Riley. 0-2 now. Cheyenne Lamar started for the 49ers. Flores came on to end the first, and she is out there to begin the second. A double from Garcia, a single from Smith, and a single from Adams. 1 run in and nobody out. 0-2 on Meyer. Here goes the runner. That ball's fouled out of play. So we'll try it again with Savannah Haynes on deck. Do it again, 0-2. Chopper out to shortstop. Runner's going to come in. They flip it to second for 1, go to first, too late. So it's a fielder's choice, and a run batted in for Riley Meyer, her 6th on the season. Scoring is Mackenzie Smith. Adams is out at second base on the forced play. So 1 out, 2 runs in, 7-0 for the Beavers. Looks like London Gillespie, number 22, warming up for the 49ers. Here's Haynes, who walked her first time up. She's got Meyer down at first base, and that is outside. RBIs for Smith and Meyer here in the second inning. Haynes followed by Waltrip. That's down low for a ball. Quillen with another nice pickup behind the plate, keeping Riley Meyer over at first base. Inside. 2-1. Three balls, no strikes. That one is down the middle. 3-1 with Waltrip waiting on deck. Ball 4. So Haynes gets a walk for the second time. That'll move Meyer down to second and put another opportunity for Faith Waltrip, who had an RBI single back in the first inning. She's 2 for 5 on the season. Picked up that first run, batted in. Steps in against Flores with Elizabeth Popick to follow. 2 on and 1 out. Takes down low for a ball. Just trying to get her batting eye back. Only her 6th official plate appearance here. 2 for her first 5 with that run batted in back in the first. Lines it out to center field. Epperson coming on. She dives. She can't get it. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Cut off the right fielder is Green. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the second one. And 2 runs in on the double by Faith Waltrip. She now has 3 runs batted in. The Beavers lead at 9-0. Epperson with the try. Out in center field. Got all the way by her. Green came over as quickly as she could. They're going to appeal the second runner at home plate. And she is called out at the plate. She missed the plate. So Savannah Haynes is going to be called, I believe it's the second runner, Haynes, who's going to be called out for missing home plate. So we have an appeal at home, and Haynes is retired. So run off the board. Two outs. Now Lisa Delgado's going to come out into home plate. I thought when she came across home plate, it looked like she was short of it. I thought she probably dragged her foot across. But the appeal made by the 49ers dugout, and the umpire made the call, and he's explaining it now to Lisa Delgado. Stones McCoy will go through his very, technologically advanced stuff here and figure it out. So I am assuming with the out call that we have 2 outs now, and we are going to. So it is, the run comes off the board on the miss of home plate and the appeal by Coach Siva and his ball club. Popick comes to the plate. Now with a runner at second base, takes a strike. So it's just a single run batted in for Faith Waltrip. Three runs in the inning. Hit sharply out towards second. Picked up out there by Pope over to first for the out. So Beavers score 3 times. We go to the third inning. They lead at 8-0.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Top of the third here from Becky Rustfield. The Beavers out to an 8-0 advantage. And the Niners will send up Eve Neal, the number 9 hitter, then the top of the order, Faith Epperson and Alyssa Pope against Bree Romero, who's given up 2 hits in the first 2 innings. She has 2 strikeouts. Eve Neal, 231 on the season, takes that one outside. At Las Plumas High School, just a freshman, listed as a utility player, and she is the designated player in this this game. Swings and misses at a high pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Takes a look down at the third base coach, Brian Siva. Romero 6-2 on the campaign. Check swing, did she go? I don't think so. Let's ask the first base umpire. He said no. He's very good at that. He's very good at saying no. It's the second time. He's 2 for 2. Evens it up at, that's what I thought. Doesn't even it up. It's 2-1. It odds it up, as Stones would say. That's why he's down on the mic. Anyway, that's in there for a strike. Actually, I might adopt that. Odds it up. That's seems very fitting for me somehow. I don't even understand it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mackenzie Smith behind the plate. That's popped up right side. Shading her eyes, our second baseman, that's Kayla Adams. And she makes the catch for the first out. So Neal is retired. Brings up Faith Epperson, who struck out looking her first time up. Faith at a Live Oak High School, the sophomore hitting at a 500 clip coming in. With 11 runs scored and 12 stolen bases, 3 runs batted in. But she is 0 for 1 in this one. Outfield straight away and medium deep for Epperson. There's a nice looking pitch on the inside for a strike on 1 to Faith. Alyssa Pope to follow. Partly cloudy conditions expected. Roll in about an hour or so, but right now it's very nice out here. Call strike 2. 0-2. Oh-2 coming up from Bree. Epperson fouls it back to the screen. Very perilously close to the cameras of Stones Radio Network. And Stones McCoy responded with, "Hey, that's my camera." He's not really that alert. No, he's, hey, cut that out. It's just a luck. It's a luck thing. I'm sure the insurance company will understand. Yeah, I know. Outside for a ball, 1-2 on Faith Epperson. Center fielder for the 49ers. 3-3 on the campaign. Sometimes the coach is yelling out the code or whatever it is so loud that the batter has to step out. I just freaked out. You're screaming 1-2-1. I don't know what it means. 1-2 is popped up right back over our head. Unlike Matt Pearson, the PA guy, I was ready to catch it. But I know I can't make him pay for that for very much longer. What's the expiration date on making fun of somebody for running away from a pop fly from inside? I agree. Statute of limitations, infinite for this one. Do it 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes for the second time. This time swing and 0 for 2 for Faith. Alyssa Pope coming to the plate, the second baseman. She popped out to third her last time up. Hitting 261 coming in. Second baseman comes to us from Yuba City High School. I believe they're the Honkers. I think I can say that. Because if I think it's true, I can say it. It's not bad. You can't just throw it out there, but if you think it's true, it's okay to say it. Foul back to the screen, 0-1. Yes, I believe like geese, the Honkers. Yes, that's true. Wow, you are really reminding me why we don't have more microphones up here. I don't know. You turned yourself off. That's how bad it was. Line drive right field coming in. Meyer, that's going to be in there for the base hit. She tries to go to first, but Pope has herself a solid single. Third hit of the game for the 49ers, and that brings up Jersey Brown, who singled her last time up, left-handed shortstop, batting now over 500 on the season. 4 RBIs, 7 runs scored for Jersey Brown. Pope put that one right in front of Riley Meyer. Riley picked it up and threw it as quickly as she could to first to Demon to try to get Pope, but Alyssa was well past the base at that time, which makes her safe. Outside and off the glove of Smith, and so Pope is going to go down to second base. In scoring position now for Jersey Brown. Aaliyah Tinoco would be next for Yuba City, or Yuba College, as they try to come back from an 8-0 deficit here in the top of the third. That's outside. 2-0 now on Jersey Brown. Tinoco on deck has a pair of home runs this season and 9 runs batted in, which I believe leads the 49ers. That is just a little bit high and outside, so it's quickly 3-0 on Jersey Brown. See if she gets the green light from the coach. Left-handed hitting shortstop settles in. Romero takes her time getting her sign, her pitch call from the dugout. That one's right over the middle of the plate, fouled back by Brown. So, yes, she did get the green light. I guess when you're hitting 500, coach is more inclined to give you the green light, and I have to say that I agree with that. I just think it should be green lights for everybody. But then again, I have no. That's the same ladybug, Stones. It's not a different one. It's not an infestation. Count the spots. Wow, that one is full of spots. That one is outside for a ball. So Brown on base for the second time, this time via the walk. I believe that's the first walk for Bri Romero, and it brings up Aaliyah Tinoco, who hit a fly ball to left field her first time up. Again, 2 home runs and 9 runs batted in, and a .455 average coming in for the freshman out of East Nicholas. Watches that one go high and outside. 1-0. Liberty Quillen, the catcher, waits on deck as a 2-out rally for the 49ers. The single from Melissa Pope, and then the walk to Jersey Brown. Tinoco fouls that one back to the screen. Liberty Quillen says, yeah, I'll pick it up for you. Rolls over here, I'll pick it up for you. You got to do that catcher, catcher to catcher. You got to do that for the catchers. Count even at 1-1. 2 outs here in the third. Beavers trying to keep the 49ers from getting anything on the board as they have this 8-0 lead. Tinoco swings and misses. Good pitch from Bri Romero. She is now ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Or as Stones would say, count's odded up now. Is that your new? It's odd, instead of evened up, it's odded up. Oh boy. Swing and a miss. She got her on strike. Got her chasing the outside pitch. Good job by Romero. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third, and the Beavers lead it by 8.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bottom of the third inning, 8-0 Beavers. Madison Demon starts it off, the number 9 hitter. Then the top two are Bella Garcia and Alexa Garcia. Beavers with 8 runs on 9 hits so far through the 2 innings. Demon takes down low. She lined out to shortstop her first time up. Just a bullet back in the first inning. So she's 0 for 1. Came in at 240 with 4 runs batted in. Freshman from Rio Americano. The Raiders. Hits it down the right field line. That's out of play. Out toward the bullpen area. Don't see anybody working out for the 49ers right now. We had some activity in there last inning. 1 ball, 1 strike on Madison Demon. Just a freshman. That is just a little bit too low. 2-1 on Demon. Bottom of the third here from Becky Rustfield. I would say mostly sunny Becky Rustfield. Demon takes a strike on the outside, evens it up at 2-2. I would say it's probably 20 degrees warmer than any other game we've done this season. I thought it was True Detective Night Country, the couple of those games that we've done. And we've enjoyed them all, by the way. Madison hits it sharply up toward shortstop, picked up by Brown across the diamond in an easy motion for the first down. So she hit it well again, this time a ground ball to Jersey Brown. 1 out, and Bella Garcia coming to the plate. She has walked, scored, and grounded back to the pitcher, so she is 0 for 1. Came in at 515 on the year. I believe that will put her right at 500 now. Scored her 10th run of the season back in the first inning. Left-hand hitting third baseman against Sam Flores, second pitcher for Yuba College. That's sharply out toward Brown. That's off her glove into short center field. That's a base hit for Garcia. Really hit that one hard. Got to Brown very quickly. 10th hit of the game for the Beavers. First for Bella, and here's Alexa Garcia.
Now batting, the Beavers number 7, center fielder Alexa Garcia.
Swing and a miss. Alexa with a home run back in the first inning, a 2-run blast, and then a double to lead off the second, and she scored. So she's driven in 2, she's got 2 hits, and she scored 2. She's got to run her first base here. There she goes, swung on and fouled at the plate, though. Bella Garcia got to second. Was not, and I applaud this. The infielders told her to go back to first. She was not going to go back until she had it corroborated by somebody in authority. And I respect that because we used to pull that trick all the time. Oh, yeah, it's a foul ball. You got to go back. Doesn't work that often, but when it does, you get a good hearty laugh out of it. I would try it on Stones every time, but he played, 20 years after I did. Runner goes again. That's too low. The throw to second base is not in time. And Garcia is in there with a stolen base. Coach is going to come out, I think, going to say, was there obstruction on the throw? As Quillen threw it from her knees. Just checking on Liberty and making sure she's okay. A little hand injury, perhaps. Umpire offers comforting words. And sometimes, an umpire offering comforting words can land on you the wrong way. But, I think he's generally trying to be a nice guy. So we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Alexa. She's had 3 home runs that we've seen. She's 5 home runs on the season and 13 runs batted in. 3 we've seen, 2 to left and 1 a walk-off to center field. Takes in there for a strike. That's called strike 3. So Alexa's out on strikes for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Mackenzie Smith, who is grounded to shortstop and singled in a run, so she is 1 for 2. I don't think Alexa was arguing with the call. She was just kind of stunned. And the umpire did that. He rang her up and very slowly, called the strike, and then did the ring her up, and it took a while. Smith swings and misses. Good pitch by that one, by Flores. A couple of good pitches in a row for Sam Flores there, the sophomore from River Valley. She's up in the count 0-1. 2 outs here in the third inning. A runner at runner at second base as Bella Garcia singled and stole second. Outside for ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now I can't say evens the count up anymore. You've ruined that for me, Stones. That's out of my lexicon now. Because then I have to say odds the count up. Or odds it up. Yeah. And I'm beginning to like it. So welcome to the 21st century. Out into right field. Short in right field. It's going to dump in there, but it's foul. So Mackenzie kind of had the right spot picked out, but she, usually when you go to your shorter clubs with more loft, it's harder to place them exactly where you want them. She's only about 5 feet off. Man, maybe 10. But that's the difference between the green and roll it back into the bunker. So that's key. 1 and 2 now. Kenzie Smith, the freshman from Stagg High School. It's in the short left field. That is going to drop. Here comes Garcia rounding third. The throw to the plate is in time. What a beautiful throw and tag by Liberty Quillen. And Garcia is trying to say that she didn't have anywhere to go. The umpire called her out. And now the umpire is turning to the crowd to quiet them down. The throw took the catcher down the third base line. She made the catch, tagged the runner. And now they're going to be a conversation as I guess it's a blocking the plate kind of thing, but she really didn't block the plate. She just went over to catch the ball. So let's see what happens here. As it was a great play in left field by Vega. Again, her throw brought Quillen up a little bit on the third base line. But again, it didn't look like she blocked the plate. She just had to go catch the ball. And we are going to be safe at the plate. And now it's out. Now out at the plate. So I think he just made the wrong call. He was going to call safe at the plate, but he was thinking to himself, out at the plate. And I'm just trying to go into the mind of the umpire here. It looked to me, now, Stones, you can disagree with me, but it looked to me like a pretty fair play from the defensive play. Coach is out there trying to talk to the umpire. He cooked his own goose by calling her safe at the plate and then changing it, because I think he got it in his head that safe was the call at home plate. The safe meaning that he was right in the first place, and that's what I think he went for. So the play is going to be called out at the plate. It's a single from Mackenzie Smith, and Garcia is thrown out by Vega to Quillen for the third out in the inning. No runs, 2 hits in the inning, nobody left. We'll go to the top of the fourth after a lot of commotion. It's 8-0 for the Beavers.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
Just tweet it out and then don't really
then
respond.
run away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't know.
Top of the fourth inning, Beavers lead 8-0. They've tried to sneak that run across the plate a couple of times, that ninth run. Once they missed the plate, and once they were called out and safe, and then out and whatever. Liberty Quillen, who was involved in that tag play at home plate, made a great play, by the way. She's at the plate here to start off the top of the fourth. She singled her first time up, so she's 1 for 1. Came in at 318. The freshman from Marysville High School. Fouls that one off. I think Marysville used to be the Indians. Stones, if they're still the Indians? Yeah, we're not going to even check that out. This is not the day. This is not the day to look at that. We've already had controversial plays all over the place. Get them out of our system before conference play begins. I think that's a very good idea. That is in there for a strike. Harmony Balkas on deck, and then Lexi Vega. 5, 6, and 7 for the 49ers, who have 3 hits so far against Bree Romero. Bree has 4 strikeouts. One-two pitch swung on and miss. So Romero, 42 strikeouts in 60 innings coming in, but she's got 5 already in 3 1/3. Harmony Balkas coming to the plate. She into a fielder's choice her first time, so she is 0 for 1. Harmony is a River Valley grad, and she is up here with a .368 batting average. She fouls that one off down the right field line over past the porta potties. They've added the second porta potty just in case. Yeah, they have. So, yeah. We're an up-and-coming operation. Well, we got a big doubleheader coming up. And however many games, that's how many porta potties you have to have. So you're getting ready for Saturday. Noon first pitch against the Modesto Junior College Pirates. See it on ARC Athletics YouTube, Stones Radio Network's YouTube. That's fouled off again and tails away from the right-handed hitter, so quickly ahead in the count. Bree Romero 0-2 on Harmony Balkas. 5 runs and a run batted in for Harmony. Yuba with the blue and gold, the gold numbers, which I like because you can see them, which is really important. That's hit foul down the right field line. That is out of play. Bree Romero 6-2 on the year. Brings it 1.87 ERA into this one. She had 42 strikeouts, 17 base on balls. She's walked 1 so far and struck out 5. Right down the middle, call strike 3. So 2 outs quickly here in the top of the fourth, and that brings up Lexi Vega, who struck out her first time up back in the second. Lexi from East Nicholas High, a freshman, comes in with a .333 batting average. And she comes in trying to start something for the 49ers, who are down 2 outs. Nobody on here in the fourth. In there for a strike. Haley Green to follow. Oh, 0-1 on Lexi Vega. Outfield, medium deep, straight away. Chopped out to second, scooped up by Adams. Goes halfway to first, underhands it to Demon, and that is a nice inning for Bree Romero. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Beavers up big.
Hi, I'm Monica Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bottom of the fourth inning, new pitcher London Gillespie, the left-hander, coming out for the Yuba College 49ers. She'll face Kayla Adams, then Riley Meyer and Savannah Haynes. 4, 5, and 6 for the Beavers. Adams with a couple of singles in this one. She scored a run back in the first inning. Hitting .344 coming in. Gillespie, the left-hander, delivers outside. 1 home run and 9 runs batted in for Kayla Adams. Stones McCoy looked back at the archives of footage that comprise the Stones Radio Network's vaults at last inning, and he came back and said, no, there was no misplay by the catcher on that play at home plate. It was called correctly by the umpire. It just took a while, which was the thing. Liberty Quillen came out to field the throw and made the tag in totally appropriate fashion, according to Stones McCoy, that is. 2-0 pitch coming up, outside ball 3. And as if you ever talk to Stones McCoy in person, he'll tell you within the first 32 seconds that he used to play baseball. So he knows exactly what he's talking about. Okay, it must have been somebody else. Ball 4, so Adams gets the base on ball. She's on base for the 3rd time today, and Riley Meyer coming to the plate. Single and a fielder's choice for Riley. She has scored twice. She's driven in 1. That's her 6th run batted in the season. Started off at 4:07. So London Gillespie, the 3rd pitcher. Cheyenne Lamar started with the first third of an inning. Then Sam Flores came on, pitched the next 2 2/3. 6 hits and 3 runs for Flores. Beavers with 11 hits in this one. Riley Meyer at the plate. Freshman from Casa Roble. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Liberty Quillen behind the plate. Two balls, no strikes. Gillespie misses high with that one, 3-0. Savannah Haynes to follow for the Beavers. We are in the bottom of the 4th from Becky Russ Field. And that is ball 4. So a couple of base on balls for Gillespie here as she gets started in the 4th inning. 2 on, nobody out. Savannah Haynes coming to the plate. She has walked twice in this one. Was called out for missing home plate back in the 2nd inning. Although we went back in the archives for that one, and Stones reports that it looks like she did catch the left corner of the plate. She takes that one high for a ball. Those archives are really getting to be valuable. going back and checking things out. We can sell them to Spotify for a large amount of cash. They'll buy anything. We got our people talking to their people. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. Umpire didn't give his usual, hey. He went, hey. And then I had to wait for the arm to go up, but he didn't sound entirely convinced. Although it was a tremendous location, as they say, on the black on the outside corner. That's high and inside. 2-1. Adams at second, Meyer at first, both via the base on balls against the third pitcher, London Gillespie for Yuba. Yuba was supposed to play Modesto earlier this week. It was rescheduled. That's in there for a strike. They, I believe, are scheduled to play them now tomorrow in a doubleheader. So they are going to get their full of Big 8 conference competition here, as they've already played Folsom Lake and Santa Rosa. 2-2 now on Savannah Haynes. She checks her swing. It's high, 3-2. .280 for Savannah. Yet to have an official at bat in this game. Walked twice. She scored once. That's outside. Goes back to the screen. But everybody's moving up anyway. And very, very aggressively, Kayla Adams comes around third, but she goes back. So bases loaded via 3 walks here against Gillespie, and Faith Waltrip coming to the plate. And Faith has got 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. As we're going to have a meeting at the mound for the 49ers. Faith came on in the first inning with an RBI single, then an RBI double back in the second. Thought it was a 2-run double, but then Haynes was charged to missing home plate, so that run was taken off the board. Waltrip comes in up here with a 3 for 6 on the season so far, with those 2 runs batted in. Elizabeth Popick on deck. So here's Waltrip. Defense is deep and straight away, especially Epperson in center field. Waltrip's double was over her head in center field. That's right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. That's outside. Nice job by Colon to keep that one from going back to the backstop, with Adams at third base, Riley Meyer at second base, Savannah Haynes over at first. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Faith. That one just a little bit too high. 2-1. Elizabeth Popick, who had a 2-run single back in the first inning. She's on deck. Still nobody out here in the 4th. That's high and outside, 3-1. No canines so far. Our buddy Sam was here earlier. Did he take off? Sammy, I'm sorry. I know him good. I call him Sam. Ball 4. And Waltrip's going to pick up her 3rd run batted in of the day. Adams scores. And here's Elizabeth Popick. Singled in 2 in the first, grounded to second in the second. So Elizabeth 1 for 2, came in at .333. Picked up RBIs number 6 and 7. Inside corner, call strike, 0-1. Elizabeth, a freshman from Wood Creek High School. Left-hander against left-hander. That's inside low, 1-1. So 4 straight walks here for the Beavers. They've scored once here in the fourth inning. They lead at 9-0. Popick fouls that one out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Elizabeth. Outfield still pretty deep for Elizabeth Popick. Playing them at Faith Waltrip levels. 1-2 from Gillespie. That's high and inside. Madison Demon on deck. Number 9 hitter. Vega, Epperson, and Green in the outfield. Tinoco, Brown, Pope, and Valkas on the infield. Behind the plate is Liberty Quillen. And on the mound is London Gillespie. 2-2 pitches high and inside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. More activity in the bullpen for the 49ers. That's it sharply up the middle into center field. The base hit. 1 run will score, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Actually, she held herself by falling down. But I think that Savannah was going to hold anyway as Meyer scores. Haynes is at third. Waltrip at second. It's the 3rd run batted in for Popick. 2nd run of the inning. First hit for the Beavers. Popick has 3 runs batted in, and here is Madison Demon, who's lined to shortstop and grounded to shortstop. Up here with the bases loaded. Still nobody out here in the 4th. Outside to Madison. Bella Garcia, the top of the order, on deck for the Beavers. They are up 10-0 here in this one. Coming off a 5-inning win over the College of the Redwoods in their last outing. Outside. 2-0. Cheyenne Lamar, who started the game, back warming up again for the 49ers. That's outside, 3-0. Bases are loaded here. Madison Demon with 4 runs batted in on the season. Came in at 240. Hit the ball well twice. Doesn't have anything to show for it yet. That one is outside, ball 4. So Haynes will score. Other runners move up. RBI for Madison Demon, her 5th of the season. 3 runs in for the Beavers here in the 4th. They lead at 11-0, and here is Bella Garcia. And we're going to get a pitching change, it looks like. Looks like Cheyenne Lamar may come back in for the 49ers. We'll have all that information for you. When we come back, we're going to take a short break here while she warms up. Bottom of the 4th, Beavers up 11-0.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out.
Cheyenne Lamar, number 4, returning to the hill for the 49ers. She started the game, went the first 8 batters, got 1 out, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. She was relieved by Sam Flores, and now she is back relieving London Gillespie. Garcia takes on the outside corner for a strike. So here's Bella Garcia hitting at .500. Hits that one and foul down the left field line over the dugout. So it's quickly 0-2 on Garcia, who walked, grounded back to the pitcher, and singled. So she is 1 for 2 in this one. So she got the average back up over 500. It was momentarily at 500. Started off at 515. Oh and 2. Line drive right at the shortstop. Nice play by Brown in the hole to retire Garcia. Here's Brown moving to her right to get the line drive from Garcia for the first out. And with one out, that brings up Alexa Garcia, who's had a mammoth 2-run home run in the first, doubled in the second, then took a call third strike in the third. So she is 2 for 3. Driven in 2. She now has 5 home runs, 13 runs batted in on the season. Takes that one high for a ball. And that 2-run home run came off Cheyenne Lamar. So she would be forgiven for a little PTSD with this particular batter. This time she faces her with the bases loaded, not just one runner on. That's line to left field, stays up, diving try by Vega, but it gets by her, goes all the way to the fence. Here comes the first run, second run. They're going to send all 3. The cutoff by Brown, the throw to the plate, gets away from the catcher. It's a 3-run triple for Alexa Garcia, and the Beavers are now up 14-0. A diving try in left field by Vega, couldn't make the play.
For the Beavers, number 15, catcher Mackenzie Smith.
So Garcia picks up 3 more runs batted in. It was a tremendous relay throw by Brown to Quillen, but it got away from Liberty. So 6 runs in on the inning. Hit right back up the middle into center field. It's an RBI base hit for Mackenzie Smith. That is the 3rd hit for Smith, her 2nd run batted in. So 7 runs on 3 hits for the Beavers. They lead 15-0 here. And here is Alexa Garcia. Excuse me, this is all confusing. It's Kayla Adams. I moved on into another inning. I had to double my innings up, and I just decided to just pick up somebody randomly and say they were up. Yeah, I do. So Kayla has singled twice and walked. She has 2 runs scored in this one. Mackenzie Smith with 3 hits in this game, 2 runs batted in. She came in at 444. So the move up to the number 3 spot in the order seems to agree with her. As a little outside to Kayla Adams. Kayla came in at 344. She has a home run and 9 runs batted in. Mackenzie Smith at first base. Still just 1 out here in the 4th inning. Just misses the outside corner to Kayla. 2-1. Riley Meyer to follow. Kayla opened up the inning with a walk. Scored a run. Swing and a miss. Like she was not quite ready for it, and then saw that I gotta swing at that. Count is even up at 2-2. A lot of people like to say odd it up. I don't say that. I go for the even up. 2-2 to Adams. That's it. A line drive, first base. Nice play over there by Balkas, and she steps on the bag for the double play. So 7 runs, 3 hits, nobody left. We go to the 5th inning. 15
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Told Rick, I said, this is the guy that's going to lead us out of the.
He can't even lead us out of the
He
parking
can't get out of the parking lot.
So just moments ago, a rhubarb, a brouhaha between Mr. Reynolds, the great Jerry Reynolds, and the great Mr. Basketball.
They always wear
He
something
dresses different. He has his
Yeah.
suit on and stuff.
Top of the fifth here from Becky Russ Field. It's all American River College Beavers so far. They lead it 15-0. The 49ers will have to put a couple of runs up on the board here. It will be a run rule situation. They'll come up with Haley Green, then Eve Neal, and Faith Epperson, 8, 9, and 1. Green has flied to left, her only appearance. Freshman from Marysville High School, playing out in right field. Takes a call strike, came in at 358 for Haley Green. Scored 5 runs. Bree Romero on the mound for the Beavers. Waves at it for a strike, so it is 0-2 quickly. 6 strikeouts for Bree through 4 innings. She's looking for win number 7 on the campaign. Again, the Beavers getting ready to open conference play on Saturday. Swing and a miss. They throw it down to first base as Smith tagged the runner out, but she tagged her out with the glove, not the ball. But it all worked out in the end. It's a strikeout number 7 for Romero, and here is Eve Neal. Popped out to second base in her only appearance, the designated player hitting .231. Coming in at Las Plumas High School, a freshman. Swings and misses at that one. Romero ahead in the count, 0-1. Beavers with 5 in the first, 3 in the second, and then 7 in the fourth. And Romero has spun 4 straight zeros for the 49ers. That one's fouled out of play, so she's quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Just received word from the higher-ups, that's Stones, that we will be broadcasting live from the baseball field, Beaver Field, maybe I'll call it, Friday, 2 o'clock. It'll be Yuba and American River again, but different players this time, as the baseball teams will meet. There's a short, soft grounder to shortstop, picked up and gunned across the diamond and out at first base. That was Savannah Haynes to Madison Demon for the second out, and Faith Epperson coming to plate. So 2 o'clock on Friday, American River College baseball against Yuba College. Check it out on ARC Athletics YouTube, Stones Radio Network's YouTube. And again, subscribe to one or both. We prefer both. Never miss any ARC sports activity. All the way from soccer in the fall, all the way through baseball and softball in the spring. 2 outs. Here's Epperson, who struck out twice. She takes that one high for a ball. She came in at 500 on the year. The sophomore from Live Oak High School. Swings and misses at that one. 7 strikeouts for Romero in 4 2/3 innings here today. Just the single base on balls. One and one now on Epperson. Line drive, soft line drive, cut off by the second baseman. The throw to first is not going to be in time, and Epperson has himself an infield single. Soft line drive, nice play by Adams out at second base, backhanding it, but by the time she turned, Faith was well past first base for her first hit of the game. 4th hit for the 49ers and gives Alyssa Pope another chance. She has a hit on her own, a single back in the third. She popped out to third in the first inning. So Alyssa, who came in at 261, is 1 for 2. She's up here with 2 outs and kind of the last chance for her 49ers in this one. There goes Epperson. Now it was a bluff, and the pitch is high and outside. Epperson, as we mentioned earlier, 12 stolen bases on the year. It would seem like an odd situation for a steal, but everything's different. Stones, everything is different. And when you're talking about softball, my friend, there she goes. The throw to second base by Smith is not in time and gets away from Haynes as she covers. And I get to say I told you so to Stones again, which is worth the price of admission right now. Good job by Smith as she gunned that one down. And we're going to have American River coach coming out to talk to the umpire. Maybe thought that she left a little early at first base. That's the only thing I can think of, because there was nothing going on with the play at second base. Throw was a little bit too short, was not handled cleanly by Savannah Haynes. So the umpire going, I believe it's a base umpire's call as far as leaving early is concerned. But he was talking himself through it. The coach said, I'm going to go talk to you first, to the home plate umpire, and then did that and then went out to talk to him. I'm going to call it okay. I'm going to see if the umpire kind of try to give me the, say, you go ahead and make the call, and I say it's okay. I think I need to move into managing or umpiring. 1 ball, 1 strike. Epperson in scoring position at second base. Pope watches that one in there for a strike, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have a 10-run rule situation after 5 innings. Two balls and 2 strikes. Jones is explaining the count to me like it's another language. I called it a strike, okay. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes, and that, I believe, is your ball game. 8th strikeout for Bree Romero. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left, and that is the ball game. 10-run rule kicking in as our final score. Beavers win this one 15-0. Bree Romero with 8 strikeouts picks up her 7th win of the season. Beavers get a 2-run home run and a 3-run triple from Alexa Garcia and 3 more hits from Mackenzie Smith. And let's see, 9, 11, 14 hits overall as they take this one. Reminder, we're back here on Saturday for a doubleheader. It's the Modesto Junior College Pirates coming in to face the Beavers in a doubleheader to start Big 8 conference play. Join us at noon on Saturday. Join us at 2 on Friday. We're over at the baseball field as the Beavers take on Yuba College once again. For Mark the Phantom Lowe and my producer, director, and cameraman Stones McCoy, we say goodbye. Thanks for watching.